Oh my God, I literally cannot believe what I'm about to tell you. I am shaking right now just thinking about the massive, unreal, once-in-a-lifetime move that's happening behind closed doors as we speak. You think the NFL world has seen it all? Nah, not even close. What I'm about to reveal is so explosive, so unprecedented, that it could shake the foundation of the league itself. And I guarantee with every fiber of my being that I've got access to a secret so colossal, so mind-blowingly game-changing, that you'll be talking about it for decades. But here's the thing, this isn't just any rumor, this isn't just some hearsay. No, this is happening right now. And if you think I'm exaggerating, think again. Something unbelievable is unfolding in the shadows, and it's headed straight for Detroit. So if you're a true fan, a die-hard, someone who eats, breathes, lives NFL, then strap in because what I'm about to drop on you is going to shatter everything you thought you knew about the future of the Detroit Lions. But hey, if you want the full story, the raw truth, the secret that could redefine the league's power balance, then you better hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and turn on those notifications. Because you're about to go on a ride that will make your head spin. Not all fans are ready for this level of insanity, but only those inside the inner circle truly know what's coming. Are you ready to dive deep into the ultimate NFL secret? Let's go. Now listen, this isn't just a regular trade rumor. No, it's bigger, it's far more audacious. We're talking about a move so colossal that it could shatter records, rewrite history, and turn the Detroit Lions into a legendary powerhouse, snapping a cycle of heartbreaks that's lasted for generations. The NFL universe is already buzzing, but what's really happening behind closed doors? That's what I'm here to expose. Picture this. The Detroit Lions, a team that's been climbing with grit, heart, and raw determination, just pulled off a trade so shocking it'll make your jaw hit the floor. And I mean, the kind of move that leaves analysts speechless, fanbase in utter chaos, and rivals shaking in their cleats. Imagine a scenario where the Lions, under the visionary leadership of Dan Campbell, and with the bold, new offensive mind of Drew Petzing, go all in for greatness. But it's not just about a new coach or a draft pick. Oh no, it's about snagging a player who, until recently, was the absolute centerpiece of another NFL franchise. Now, do you want to know who that player is? Do you want the secret name that's causing ripples across the league? Hold on to your hats, because the name you're about to hear will blow your mind. It's none other than Brian Thomas Jr. That's right, Brian Thomas Jr., the explosive LSU product, the deep threat receiver who dazzled us all with his jaw-dropping rookie season with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but who's had a roller coaster sophomore year that's left fans and experts scratching their heads. But forget those forgettable moments. What if I told you that the Lions are about to turn him into their next superstar, their ultimate game changer? That this move could be the one that launches Detroit into an entirely new stratosphere. It sounds crazy, I know, but hear me out. Because what I've uncovered is so unbelievable, so manager of the century level, that you will never look at the Lions the same way again. Now, here's the thing. Why would Detroit go all in on a receiver like Thomas Jr.? Well, let's break down what this kid truly is, an absolute deep threat, a guy with blazing speed, elite route running, and a knack for making highlight reels. His rookie year, unreal. 87 receptions, over 1,280 yards, and 10 touchdowns. A top-tier talent who looked destined for stardom. But then something changed. Injuries, confidence dips. No one knows for sure. Last season, drops like the stat sheets are a Christmas list. He had 10 drops, second most in the league, and his consistency evaporated. The media called it a sophomore slump. Experts questioned his focus, his hands, his mental state. And Jacksonville, a franchise that's been built on resilience, now faces tough questions. Is Thomas Jr. a franchise guy or just a flash in the pan? But here's where the story gets insane. The Detroit Lions are not the kind of team to sit back and let opportunities slip by. No, they see the potential, the raw electric talent, the kind of player who can transform an offense overnight. Imagine Jared Goff, a quarterback who's already proven he's elite with the right weapons, a guy who, with Brian Thomas Jr., stretching the field can become unstoppable. That's the vision. And trust me, the Lions are not just dreaming. They're working behind the scenes, making calls, closing deals, and pulling strings you wouldn't believe. Now, let's get into the specifics of how this could unfold. Crack the code with me for a second, because this is not just a simple trade. No, this is a meticulously planned, High-stakes maneuver involving multiple layers of secret negotiations, hush-hush meetings, and the kind of strategy that would make even the most experienced GMs lose sleep. Why Detroit? Why now? Because they see the window. They see a player in Thomas Jr., who, despite his recent struggles, still possesses the raw talent nobody else has. They see a chance to turn him into a franchise legend, a new face for their future. And Jacksonville? Well, they're facing their own crossroads. Do they hold on to Thomas Jr., invest in fixing his confidence issues, or do they cash out before his value plummets? That's the question the NFL insiders are trying to crack right now, and I've got the inside scoop. So what exactly are the Lions offering? Are we talking about draft picks, MLB-level prospects, future picks that could be worth more than gold, maybe even a key defensive player to sweeten the deal? Believe me, conversations are heating up, and I've heard whispers of a package that's so bold, so game-changing, you'll think it's straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster. Imagine this: Detroit shipping out a future first-round pick, maybe even their 2026 first, plus a young star on defense, a player like Jeff Okudah or a rising linebacker, all to secure that explosive receiver who can turn a mediocre offense into a championship machine. And what's really terrifying for their rivals? The NFL's biggest powers, Kansas City, Buffalo, the Eagles, they're all watching this unfold. They're shaking in their boots because they know what this means. A Lions with Brian Thomas Jr., paired with Jared Goff, a revamped offensive line, and a coaching staff that's hungry for glory. That's a nightmare. That's the kind of team that could dominate the NFC for a decade. Now I want you to picture this: Brian Thomas Jr. walking into Ford Field for the first time, catching that first deep ball, exploding past defenders with a speed that makes safeties look like they're standing still. Think about that touchdown celebration, fireworks, the roar of the crowd, history being made. This kid is the missing puzzle piece for Detroit's championship dreams. And when you ask yourself, can the Lions truly pull this off? The answer is a thunderous yes. Because right now, behind the scenes, the plan is already set. The gears are turning, and this isn't just about adding another star. No, it's about rewriting the story of the Lions. They've been the underdog for so long, too long. But this move, it marks the beginning of their climb to the top. Imagine a future where Detroit has a roster stacked with young, hungry, electrifying talent, players like Brian Thomas Jr., Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and a defense that's ready to wreck shop. The NFL will remember this day. Mark my words. So what are the consequences? Well, for starters, the league's power structure, shaken to the core. Teams that thought they were safe, they're trembling. Rumors are swirling about secret alliances, rival GMs desperately trying to counter this move, and the NFL media already calling it the trade of the decade. Why? Because this move isn't just about a player, it's about a statement. It's about saying that Detroit, under the leadership of Dan Campbell and the strategic genius of their front office, is no longer just an underdog. They are the future. And with Brian Thomas Jr. in their arsenal, they could be unstoppable. Now I've seen the projections, I've seen the data. The analytics through the roof. The projections say that with Thomas Jr., the Lions could jump from a 9-8 team to a 13-4 juggernaut virtually overnight. Imagine the plays, the highlight reels. The social media frenzy as Goff bombs that deep ball to Thomas, who outruns every defender, leaps into the end zone, and cements his legacy in Detroit lore. And that's just the beginning, because if this deal goes through, the NFL landscape will never be the same. The Lions will be the team everyone fears, everyone talks about, because they're about to make history. And here's what's even more insane. Rumor has it that the league's most influential figures are already involved. High-ranking executives, billionaires, even some owners who see the writing on the wall and know that Detroit's rise is unstoppable. The league's future, written now in bold letters, Detroit Lions, led by a new era of superstar talent and relentless ambition. And who's driving that? Brian Thomas Jr., the game breaker, the electrifying phenom about to be immortalized in Detroit's greatness. Can you feel it? The excitement, the anticipation, the pure adrenaline rush of knowing that this is just the beginning. Because trust me, when this move hits, it will shake the entire NFL. The Lions aren't just winning games, they're rewriting history. And when that ball is snapped and Thomas Jr. takes the field, nothing will stop them. The future, already written, the dynasty, coming soon. And you, my friend, are right at the heart of it, but wait, there's still more. The real secret, the one about how this could change the league forever, it's still hidden in the shadows. Keep your eyes peeled because I'm about to drop the biggest, most jaw-dropping detail you've ever heard. Are you ready? Because what I've got is so insane, so out of this world that you'll never look at the NFL the same way again. Buckle up, because the ride of your life is just getting started. This is the moment. This is the move that legends talk about. Detroit is about to make history, and it's all happening right now. Keep watching because what's coming next will blow your mind, and trust me, nothing will be the same. You think you've seen crazy trades before? Nah, this one. It's the stuff of legends. And it's about to be written in the history books, forever remembered as the deal that transformed the league. Are you ready to witness a new dynasty rise? Because I sure am. Let's go.